Hello, this video tutorial will show you how to create an escalation workflow using NITRO Studio Workflow Manager. First, you go to NITRO Studio and open up the NITRO Workflow tool. Once the tool is open, we can click New Workflow. When the workflow screen comes up, we'll give the workflow a name, and then we'll choose the list that it will run on. For this case, we're going to call it Escalation, and we're going to use it on the tickets list. This list already exists in a site inside of SharePoint where you launch the NITRO workflow from. We're going to run this workflow when the due date is 1 day after. So we just choose 1 day after. Now this can be changed to run minutes, hours, weeks before, after. It can be run repeat. You can repeat it every so often and run during business hours only. So there are some options there for you to choose. For this case, we'll keep it simple, just 1 day after the due date. We're also going to put a condition on here to say when the request status is not closed. So what we say is not equal to close. We do not want to run the escalation on tickets that are closed because no need to escalate it if it's already been finished. Now we have to decide what actions we're going to run as part of this workflow. We're going to have 3 actions. The first one I'm going to do is update the set priority to high. So set priority to high on the current item, and then I'm going to map the column here of priority to be high, priority high. Now this could be any other name you want to give it. This is all up to you what you have as your set as your priorities. Then we save that. Now we have created one action, set priority to high. We're going to add another action where we're going to reassign this, assign to Pavan Kumar, and in this case it's going to be on the current item again. Now one thing we can look at here is that this updating of this particular action, that's one element of the workflow, which is assigned to Pavan, we could have conditions on here that said, well, if this kind of category or from this location, assign it to him. If it's another location, assign it to somebody else. If it's a different category, assign it to somebody else. And these could be multiple actions in the workflow that will run on the conditions that you set inside the particular action itself. So in this case, we're going to do a column mapping of assigned staff. We know that's the column of assignment there to Pavan Kumar. And then we're going to update that and create it there. So now we have 2 actions created. We're going to do a third action, another update action. Another send mail action here, and we're going to send an email to the manager. We can send email to the current assigned person, assigned staff. There is a person assigned it already, and we're going to send it to that person. We have a template we're going to send. We already created this template, escalation email, and we're going to send this to a user in the field of assigned staff. So that person will be notified that it's been escalated. And it's going to come from this email address that is particular to this particular demo environment. But in your case, it would be whatever address is appropriate in your Office 365 world. Now you can also do with this send mail, you can add other CC, BCC, notify other people. The templates are described in another tutorial or in the manual on how to create those up. You can create one here, edit the template also. We won't go into that in this tutorial, but those templates are used inside, the mail templates used inside this workflow. So now we have set up 3 separate actions that are going to run 1 day after if the ticket is not closed. Very easy to do, very simple. You can set priority high, assign to somebody else, send email to assigned staff, and there we have it. Now you can make these any more actions you want here or change these actions. They can be different. This is just one example of an escalation just to show you how easy and simple it is to create such a type of workflow inside of the NITRO Studio. Thank you very much for listening to this tutorial.